แนะนำเลยนะคะสองอันนี้จะทำหวานนะคะสองชิ้นนี้จะทำแบบหวานแบบของAmerican style แล้วก็ Asian style นะคะโอเค take it over Steve
This is the third session. In the first session, we had two standard cures that we're doing for bacon. The second session, we did two savory. This is two sweet cures. And we have one American style, which is with maple syrup and brown sugar. And then we have an Asian style with all these wonderful condiments, including fresh ginger in here. Okay, so the American one is quite simple. We again start with the salt. So we have a similar amount of salt that we had before.About 30 grams, and we also have the pink curing salt because this is what we're experimenting with this time. But rather than white sugar, we're combining with dark brown sugar or unrefined sugar. So this is very good. And then we have, this is a mixture about 50-50 of of honey and maple syrup. So about 100 grams in total for this.So we'll put that in there. This is what's going to give us the lovely sweetness. And then the last bit that we're going to have is just a bit of black pepper to bring out the flavor of this. And so we'll have about a teaspoon of black pepper here. Put in there. Oh, we just crushed this black pepper from whole peppercorns, which is so nice. Okay, and then we'll mix this up, give us a nice mix.This is almost going to be dry again because of all the beans, but kind of a paste, basically. It's going to get a little bit messy this time. Both of these are kind of wet. Okay, so there we are. Oh wow, that smells so good. And then we're going to apply this to this wonderful pork belly here. So.
ชิ้นนั้นก็ประมาณ650 กรัมนะคะ3 ชั้นเอาหนังออกแล้ว Skin now is around 650 grams.
Yes.
Pork belly. And
Yeah, 650 to 700. Siri, can you open that bag for me? Pre-open the bag next time. Okay, all right. All right, there we go. This is number 5. I tell you, this is probably going to be my favorite one right now, I tell you, because this is just so...Normally
you don't like sweet, but then this one is sweet.
Well, for bacon, yeah, bacon and sweetness go together. I mean, if you've ever had, you know, as we've had in here, that you have, you know, your breakfast, classic American breakfast of pancakes and eggs and bacon, and when you put the maple syrup on the bacon, and then it oozes over, or the maple syrup on the pancake, and then it oozes over to the bacon. Wow, you know, that's always so nice.So this is really what we're doing here on that, is having that sort of flavor there. Okay, I'm just going to set this aside a little bit here because this is still going to get even more messy. So now I think we'll just combine this in this one. A little bit of sweetness left over from the other one is not going to make that much difference here to the Asian one.So we'll just add this in. So what we want here then is we want to add the 1/3 cup of water, basically, in there. And then we want
sweet soy sauce.
A sweet soy sauce, yeah.
Yeah, sweet soy sauce.
So
soy sauce.
In Indonesia we call this kecap manis, which is really nice.Okay, so we just put in the ketchup manis, and now we're going to put in an equal amount of honey in here. So also 1/3 cup of honey. Now you'll notice this recipe actually doesn't have any salt in it. And that's interesting. All the other recipes we had piles of salt. But the salt is coming from a couple of sources here. This is sweetness, of course, for the honey. And these are the two sweet recipes as promised. But the salt is coming from the soy sauces, the two soy sauces. The sweet soy sauce also has salt in it. And then we have a regular soy sauce here. And this has all the salt that you need for the curing. And it's one of the reasons that this helps preserve Asian foods when you use a lot of soy sauce in here. So we have that in there. And then we're going to add some fresh ginger. No, it's just like this is fine. Just shredded because it's just going to absorb the flavor. And then we have the garlic, 2 garlic cloves again. It won't be Asian without garlic in it, and you just have to make that coarse. And then we have a little bit of the Chinese spice, which I think everybody in our audience is familiar with. And so this is a teaspoon of this. Oh, that adds such a wonderful aroma. And then, of course, the last thing to our viewers, Sriracha sauce. You have to have a little bit of spice in there. You could also put chili if you wanted to, but this is what we're using today in here. So there we are. There's all the mixtures for the Asian style. The fresh ginger and the garlic, the wonderful sweetness combined with the soy sauce. You know, we use variations of this recipe on quite a few things. I have a great barbecue pork spare rib recipe, which also uses spice and soy sauce in it. It's just really wonderful. Okay. Well, the aroma coming up from there is really very nice. Nice, sweet, savory. And then we put You could. I just wanted to drench it for video effect because we're having a video here. Otherwise, I'd probably just stick it in the back and do that. All right. And then, let's see if we can get this wonderful sauce to be put in there. Okay, now that's going to soak. So this obviously is a wet brine. And as we're saying, wet brines take a little bit less salt than a dry brine. Because the water will transport the saline solution quicker into the meat, so generally they have a little less salt in them. And more sweetness, so about a 50-50 balance. So, but this is the first time doing it just with soy sauce in this type of thing, so that is kind of interesting. So there we have it. There's our last two. Number 6, Asian style. Number 5 is the classic American maple style cure on here. So we're gonna have some fun now. We're gonna let this sit in the fridge for about a week, anywhere from probably 4 to 7 days, and then we're going to cook it up and see how it comes out, and find out what is going to be our favorite form. That's all I'm saying. What's your favorite bacon? Maybe you could link to Siri and her viewers. What's your favorite?